my desk here and I'm going to go over the sewing parts of the tissue box cover. So you can see here that we have all of our different pieces embroidered. We have trimmed everything to our 1/2-inch seam allowance, and now we're ready to sew everything together. So we can look right here quick. This is the top piece, and what we have here is the little slit. That's where the tissues actually come out. So all you'll need to do once this is done is take your scissors and trim that away, so that way we can actually pull the tissues out of our tissue box later on. Once I've laid everything out in the order that it's going to go, I just want to start by attaching each of the side pieces to this top piece first. You can see here that I have done that. So I started with the little door down here and I have attached it to the top. You just want to put right sides together. We're going to stitch that with our 1/2-inch seam allowance, and then when we pull it down, it'll look something like this. So you're just going to repeat that and go all the way around, attaching each of our side pieces. When you get here, it will look something like this. So it's a big plus sign. So now we're ready to do is sew down the sides and actually make our 3D dimensional little box cover. So what I like to do is lay this flat, and I'm going to fold this in half at a 45-degree angle. So it seems a little weird, but I promise it's gonna work. So what this does now is you see I have one of my sides. This is all lined up. So I'm gonna take my pins, I can pin that in place, use some pins here. Again, we're using the same 1/2-inch seam allowance on everything. And now I'm going to go over to the machine and stitch. Now when I stitch, I don't want to start all the way at the top. I want to start where the seam actually wants us to start. So I'm going to sew right along here, all the way down. And I'm going to continue doing that and put all of our side pieces together. So again, you can see that we have this here where it's already been sewn together. And then I'm just going to continue and keep folding each of my sides together. So I'm just gonna again fold it at that 45-degree, continue to pin and go all the way around. Once I'm done, I'm actually gonna have my dimensional tissue box cover. So this is what it's gonna look like. This is right side on the inside, so we need to turn this right side out, and we're almost finished. So you can see here, once everything's to the outside, my little 3D tissue box cover is almost finished. All we need to do now is hem it. So what we like to do is come to the bottom. Again, I have my 1/2-inch seam allowance. So what we did was just a double turn. So we turned it a 1/4 of an inch and then another 1/4 of an inch. We placed pins in it, and now we'll take it back to the machine and just tack that down. So once that's all finished, we have our absolutely adorable tissue box cover. It looks like a little gingerbread house. So now this will fit perfectly over top of my tissue box. And with the slit in the top, I can actually pull my tissues out, and my cute little project is finished.